Evan mentioned ballot return results, so let's take a minute to have a closer look. We'll start in Washington state, where statewide nearly 29% of the ballots are in. That represents nearly 1.4 million voters. Skamania and Cowlitz counties are in the middle of the pack for ballot returns, with about 1 in 3 voters already finished up. If you combine those ballots from the counties, it's about 26,000 votes. Not bad. And as Evan mentioned, Clark County is 4th to last in the state of Washington. 1 in 4 voters have returned their ballot. But even though the percentage is lacking, the size of the county is not, because that 25%, well, that represents about 82,000 voters. Now to the Beaver State, where 29% of ballots statewide are in. That represents about 870,000 voters. The percentage of ballots returned here in Oregon has been right in line with Washington all week long. Checking on the metro area, Clackamas County has about 30% of their ballots returned. That represents 92,000 voters. Washington County, just a bit behind, around 28%, which makes up 108,000 voters. And things are not great here in Multnomah County right now, where our studio stands. Just 22% of the ballots have been returned so far, but that's 125,000 people. And we're still well behind the statewide number of 29%. And as Oregon's leader when it comes to number of registered voters, returns so far in Multnomah County have seemed quite low. Of course, there are still 4 days to go until the election, so we'll see if Multnomah County voters race to get those ballots in this weekend. Historically, they have done exactly that. In 2018, on the Monday before Election Day, only half of Multnomah County ballots had been returned. But when all was said and done that year, more than 72% of voters had dropped off their ballots. So we'll be checking back on those return numbers next week to see what's changed.